All right. So again, my name is Cliff Desab. So I'm a business developer for Work Virtual Solution. I'm a recruiter. I'm also a work at home agent. I have been working from home myself for the past 4 years, and I have been recruiting people for about 2 years now. So I have with me Anandi. She is a work at home mom. She has been with the company for about a year. I'm going to let her introduce herself. The reason why I'm doing this is because some of the people in the group did ask for this. They wanted to me to bring on like agents, current agents that are currently working, so that they can maybe ask a few questions and maybe get to know some faces, and then familiarize with some of our agents. So I'll try to bring on um, one like once a week or more, depending on their schedule, because a lot of them now they're pretty fortunate to still have a job, and they're still working and they're putting in a lot of hours. I know Anandi is putting in some good hours because she can find that. So Anandi, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome, and can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, guys. If you guys can hear me, hello to everybody. My name is Anundi. I've been working from home with work home for almost a year. And I don't know, Clifford, if you have any question for me so I can,
Okay, yeah,
I
I'll ask you a
mean,
few
more
questions, and of
specific.
course, people in the chat, I'm doing this for you guys. So of course, we're gonna get started, and if you have questions, then feel free to
Yeah.
ask the questions. I'm gonna start with my questions.
Yeah.
Tell me, I mean, you joined, I know you almost a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how was the experience of signing up? Let's start with that. How was the experience of signing up?
Signing up, it's pretty easy. Um,
Hmm.
it could take about 2 to 3 days
Hmm.
max.
Correct.
And well, that's it. I don't think it's a very good experience. And once you sign up with the company, and you will receive, your the emails with the steps, what you have to do. And of course, Clifford will be there for you guys with all um the advices, and what you guys have to do. And if you guys need any other question, you can reach out to him anytime. So what else, Clifford, would you like for me to help?
Yeah, so I know it took about 2 to 3 days. I know the if I remember correctly, maybe your background check took
Yeah.
maybe a day or two, and then how long
Yes.
did you have to wait for the class? Because I know that's the
Mm,
part that's a little bit hard, because a lot of
yeah.
time the class starts in 2 to 3 weeks. So if you're patient enough, because 2 to 3 weeks go by really fast,
Yeah.
and the thing is the way it operates is that the classes, they try to fill them up like ahead of time, so it's not last minute thing. You cannot jump on
No.
last minute. You have
No.
to register for the class or the training certification, and of course there
Yes.
is a set amount of people that they want in these classes, so you have to just do everything and then wait for the class to start. So how long
Yes.
did you have to wait for the class for your certification training to start?
Well, about 2 to 3 weeks, like you said. And also the good thing about it is it's that they have different schedules. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you could, if you're busy in the morning, you could take the afternoon class or the one in the evening. So it has a little bit of, it's a little bit flexible for you if you
Mm-hmm.
have
Okay.
another job.
Okay. And I know that you once back then when you started, you had a 9 to 5, you had a regular job, and then you were doing this as
Yeah.
part time.
Mhm.
And I think you became full time now, right? From what you told me last time.
Yes, and yeah, I started to become full time in January.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in another company. I had a 9 to 5 job, like you said, and I used to only work the minimum hours, which is 15 hours for a
Mm-hmm.
week.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm doing, to be honest with you, almost like 60 hours.
Oh wow. So you
Yeah.
guys are pretty busy with your client.
Yes, with
I can
everything going
imagine. I
on.
can imagine.
Yeah.
Because you have people that, and you know, like unfortunately, I can't. We cannot reveal clients' name
Oh no. Yeah.
and public. That's just the company rules.
But we can
But I,
give them a little tip. It's a
yeah, you
hotel
got.
accommodation.
Yeah, you work for
Yeah.
hotel accommodation. So you guys
Mhm.
have long-term rentals? Because I know people don't go to hotels anymore. So how come you guys are busy? I actually wanted to ask you that, guys, that because I saw a couple of emails where they always asking people like that want to work. They have a lot of hours. So who are calling? Because I know people don't not, like people are not going on vacations right now.
Well, we have a lot of people calling because they already made their reservations,
Hmm.
and some of them wants to cancel, and then some of them want to change the date. So all of these, so we have to help these people. I'm sorry, I have a little helper in the background.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the
That's fine.
thing,
That's a
working
beauty.
from home also. You can spend more time while working, spend more time with your kid while you're working.
Right, right,
That's the good
right.
thing about it. That's the reason also why I quit my 9 to 5 job also, because it was difficult, for you to wake up every morning at 6, and you go get your daughter. I mean, I have a daughter. You go get your kid around like 6 p.m., and you're not really spending time. They're not paying you for all the hours that you are, you know putting in effort. Like, for example, you wake up at 6, even they pay you for 8 to 4, but you spend at least 4 hours, in the
Hmm.
traffic and all these things. So for me, and you're not, wasting money in buying like gas, thing like that. So I feel like
Right,
that is the most important thing for you when you can work at home. I mean, you can
right.
just jump from your
That is
bed and
true.
like, oh, I have to work, and then
Yeah.
that is the good thing about it.
Yeah,
And
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I tell people like when you have a regular job, you know, you think you're working 8, 9 hours. I mean, first of all,
mhm,
you work 9 hours because an hour lunch you don't get paid for that. Plus,
mhm.
you spend at least 4 hours between getting ready, commuting, and eating and all.
Yeah, I
So
can
when you think
relate.
about it, even if you're getting paid 16, $17 and you're in that job, really when you put all that time together, you're probably not getting that much, you know, like you
Yeah,
think. And with this, it's different. The beauty is just jump to work right away. And I'm sure when you're working, you have a separate spot in the house because I know because
yeah,
of your daughter and stuff. Yeah. So guys, this is an important part. So if you
yes,
have kids, so you have to work on a separate spot in the
yes,
house because
yes,
the customers that are talking to you, they're not expecting to hear kids in the background and all. I know
exactly.
maybe now it's a little bit different because with what's going on now, the world
Yeah,
pretty much just changed.
they can
So
forgive
maybe a
you.
customer won't be, so I don't know. Maybe they won't really mind or ask questions, but normally we
They
work in
do.
a quiet place. They do.
They
They
do
do.
ask questions. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, in the past few days, I had my little helper right there. She
Mhm.
was, every time like keep coming to the room that I was working, and they're like, "Oh, you have a little baby,"
Yeah.
And but this is forbidden, guys. You guys can't never do that. You can't
Yeah.
have nobody in the background when you're working, as for privacy, and
Oh, okay.
privacy
Yeah, you
wise,
guys
yeah.
with privacy also. Yeah, that is
Yes,
true. That
so
is
we
true.
we cannot do that, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I feel like yeah, you cannot do it, and then also of course once we go through this chaos, then definitely, everything's gonna go back to normal. The kids then go to school or
Yeah.
whatever. But if you have a way to control, you have a separate spot, just like I do. So
Mm-hmm.
it is fine. So
Okay.
question. So I guess you, are you planning on since you're full time now? Are you planning to work for another client, or you're only gonna stick around with just one client? What's your take on that? What's your plan?
Well, as of right now, since I have a lot of hours that I'm
Mhm.
working right now,
Mhm.
but that is my plan, and that was my plan before that I got all these hours. But
Mhm.
once the things start slowing down, I
Mhm.
will definitely get another client, because we have a lot of opportunities right now beside
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
I'm
a
working.
lot, a lot are open. I don't know if you noticed that they drop all the prices. I guess it's for to
Yeah,
allow people to work because I see these classes are like
$9.
$9, which makes
Yeah,
no sense at all. I
they're
know back then you spent, I think it was
couple.
$150 for you to get your
Yes,
training certification about a year
yes.
ago.
Yes,
And
correct.
how do you feel about that investment? I know it's a stupid question. You've been working for a year, so
Well, that was one of my best investment, to be honest with you, so far,
I
because
can
I've
figure.
been working now for almost a year, and what I'm getting paid, I can even think about the little amount that I spent.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, that makes
that
sense.
was very good, and it's also for personal I mean, for personal how can I say that? Give me the word.
Yeah, your personal
Um,
goal, family goal,
goals.
and all.
Not you learn a lot of things also, being in class, navigate like with other on different software.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for you to know these things, because staying home or working doing the same thing over and over, because once you're doing customer service or sell, you you have different interaction, and it's
Mm-hmm.
on a daily basis, so you learn more from these people also.
Okay, okay, okay. That's perfect. So I can imagine you guys are pretty busy. I mean, I've seen emails with the
Yeah.
hours. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
I guess you should be grateful because a lot of people don't
Yeah.
have jobs right now.
We're
And
very grateful also, as we have this opportunity right now, and not only that we have a job, but we have a lot of hours now, like more than we usually have.
mm-hmm,
And I'm saying, like, even if I had a 9 to 5 hours, but that would be like 40 hours
mm-hmm,
plus the amount of time that I will waste, like getting ready and all these things. But I'm
mm-hmm.
telling you that at home I'll be cooking, spending time with my daughter, and I'm still making 60 hours.
Oh,
Come on, that's
nice,
that is
nice.
that
You
is a
you you're
great
working like you're
opportunity.
working really good hours.
Yeah, I have
I can
to, right?
imagine. All right. I think we have a few questions here. I don't
Hmm.
think I have any more questions I ask you.
Hmm.
So you told me that your plan is to work for another client at some point when this slows down because you are getting a lot of hours right now. And you're right, because I've seen emails where, they're always sending emails. Hey, we need agents. We need more agents. Get on the
Yeah.
phone. Get on the phone.
Hmm.
Which is good. You guys should be, grateful for that, especially in this time right
Yeah.
now. Um, so we have. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. We have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So Erica said, "Do you service several clients?" Well, Erica, that's her plan, but not yet. Right now,
No,
she is only servicing one
one
client
client.
because she has so many hours available. Then she wouldn't be able to
No.
serve another client. And of course, she sticks to the one that she knows because I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the one that you work for by now because it's been almost a year now, right?
Yes,
With
and
them.
also it's not like you don't have to. Like, some people, they scared, like, some big. I have to tell you guys that I've been we I has been referred by a friend that is also servicing, and she worked
Mhm.
for work home also.
Mhm.
um she has been working for different um client, and she
Mhm.
said it's most likely the same thing, that once
Mhm.
you take one training, you'll be able to be very used to the other clients. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's because I always tell people that. That's a good point. Customer service will always be customer service.
yeah.
It's just a matter of you do different things for different companies, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's just, providing responses to people,
Yes.
smile to the phone, be nice to people that have some type of issues that are calling. I mean, the companies, they do different things, but dealing with human, the H to H, the human to human interaction is always going to be the same.
That's true.
I mean, kind of like one of my first job in the U.S. as an immigrant, like years ago, was in customer service. I work at a call center called Tag. Back in the day, some people might know Tag. It was very popular
Mhm.
back then. I think they're still around under a different name. And I felt like really they changed my entire life because it was really a boot camp. Um, slash a small version of slavery because you really like needed to be, like efficient, proficient to with
Yeah.
these clients. And once I was there for a year and a half. And like after this, everywhere I go, like I go to work, and then managers or directors always tell me, I saw that you were tagged on your, on your resume. Then if you could work at Tag, then you could work anywhere else because customer
Yep.
service, and also Let me see. You have some questions. 60 hours. How much do you make approximately? Well, discussing
Yeah,
we're not discussing revenue right
price.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
revenue.
of
Like,
course you can imagine 60 hours. I mean these clients. I mean just to give you a tip, our hotel accommodations are between 14 to 18 an hour, so you
hmm.
can do the math, you know. And as a matter of fact, congratulations! I know you get promoted.
Thank you, thank you,
You get
thank you. I
promoted,
was
right?
waiting. Thank you. Yes, I
Yeah,
just got
yeah,
a
yeah.
promotion
I saw the
2 days
email.
ago.
Two of
Yeah.
you and your friend, you guys got
Yes.
promoted. So you're
Hmm.
gonna be like a level two now, right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. And I know that comes with a better pay too. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, if
congrats
they
on
need
that.
to know about the pay, they need to, get enrolled as quick as you guys can if you guys are interested in.
Yeah, I
Because,
tell them that
yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
I don't know
because
why people are on the fence.
once you get enrolled in a class, you will get all the information absolutely from Clifford, because he's the one that is in charge of this. But once you choose a class and you need any, we will also be there. We can do that more often, Clifford, if they need any um advice, if they
Yeah,
need
I'm gonna
like,
try to bring a couple
yeah.
people in, on a weekly basis. Especially now, I know there's a little bit of downtime, except for the
Mhm.
people that work for your client because you guys are busy making money.
Yeah,
You guys are
yeah,
very busy. But
we are.
I'm gonna bring different clients here and there here so
Yeah.
that they can ask questions. So
Hmm.
what's the application process? Dion, I'll tell you about that after. It's very simple. You sign up onto the website, which is workhomeonline.com/apply. I will put the link on the in the chat in a bit, and then
Follow the step.
application takes about between 1 and 3 days. It's funny. I
Yeah.
got somebody that signed up yesterday. She did the background check. It took
Hmm.
like 5 minutes. I've never seen that before. It took like
Hmm.
5 minutes. I mean, I've seen 30 minutes, but hers literally like took 5 minutes. And of course, background check can take from, I guess I'll say 5 minutes or 30 minutes to like a day or so, business
Yeah.
days. That's
Yeah.
for the background check. So it's pretty quick to get in. The only thing is that, of course, these classes doesn't. It's not a self-paced. Just you have to wait for the class to start because you will have a live trainer that
Yes.
will, be training you online. And I know
Exactly.
some of you guys are
Sorry
scared
if
of
I cut.
camera, no camera when they're training you, but
Yeah.
you have to be live
Yes.
with the instructor and other students when you're taking the training before you can start working. But
Yeah.
otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do your job because this is real work that we do. We just do it, from home. Like Anandi right here, she works for one of the biggest hotel accommodation that
Yes.
exists right now. It's a billion-dollar company. So she does customer service for them. So she wouldn't be able to know what to do, without the training. And I know what you guys do are
Yeah.
pretty complex
The
because
training
I did
is the
service them
most
a little
important.
bit also myself.
Hmm.
I did service them a little bit.
Yeah, the training is the key part. It's the starter. Like, you have to take the training. You cannot miss one day. You have to be serious about it. It's like, and
Yeah,
it's exactly the same way that we are talking right now, me and you, like Clifford. That's the same way that the trainer gonna be. You're gonna be able to see the trainer, but they're not gonna be able to see you. That means
right.
you're good to go. You can be, in your pajama, you're taking your class, you're drinking your coffee, and you will know exactly. You will have your schedule. You will know each day what you have to do. It's pretty organized. Everything
Yeah.
is organized.
And then
Hmm.
to add up to what she said, so the training, you're going to set a specific time. So that means if you're gonna do maybe like let's say 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., you're gonna stick to that time throughout the duration of the training. Then once you're done and you're certified, then you make your own schedule. Like
Yes.
for instance, for her, she makes her own schedule. Like earlier, the reason why we cannot do this we couldn't do the session earlier is because she only had like a 2 hour break. We tried to
Hmm.
do the live and then it wouldn't work. So at the time when it finally worked, then she had to work. She had to log in and work. And of course, when you schedule yourself to work, you really have to work because we all make money when people get on the phone they work. So it's not one of these things where We're trying to get money upfront for investment. I mean, as you guys heard, all of these classes they drop them to like $10. They just
Yeah.
want people to come on board and work. You know, that's the idea. It's not one of these things where you have to spend like $500, $600. No, you get in for like $20. $10 is gonna be for the background check and $10 for the training. I mean, some of these clients are a little higher, but I see most of them are dropping their certification classes for just $10. Really, I mean, it's no risk really,
And
and
also, Clifford, what
mhm.
are you gonna lose? Spending like $20 between the background check and being, to enroll in a class.
Yeah,
This is
but you
not
know,
like,
some people are on the fence. They don't know because you know what? I mean, I understand sometimes how people feel because 4 years ago I got scammed a lot before
yeah,
finding a legit, this company that I can, pretty much, do like a career with. I got scammed a
mhm,
lot, and I got scammed for some really large amounts.
yeah,
There was this thing about Zeek rewards. I spent $1,000. I lost it.
mhm,
I found a job about stuffing envelope, a job that didn't even exist. I spent $100. I sent them $100 money order, payable to cash. Then they just disappeared. Medical coding, I sent them $250. Nothing
wow,
happened. So I can understand why people are on the fence. That's why I'm doing this so that they can see the faces of the people that are working.
yeah, yeah.
I tell they probably will trust you guys more than they trust me. Even though I'm also an agent, like I told them, I do both. I do the
Mhm.
recruiting I'm an agent as well. So let me see if I have more questions here. I think we have some questions here. Is it paid hourly? Sorry, yes, it is paid hourly. All
Hourly.
of our positions are paid hourly. Um, okay,
You
and
have your
then
pay
what does the
date.
job consist of? Erica, different clients do different thing. Anandi right here, she works for hotel accommodation. So of course she takes care of guests that are
Mhm,
reserving, rooms or house or apartments or so.
mhm.
So, and then of course, if you work for roadside assistance, you'll be helping people that are stuck on the road when
Yep.
they run out of gas, when they lock their car keys inside the car. They'll call you, and then you do a dis you'll dispatch a truck for them so that they can get some help. So you do different things depending on the company that you work for, and these are all big companies that you guys are aware of. Once you register and you go into the system, you'll be like, oh wow, yeah, I was there yesterday. I shop at this
Yeah.
place. I shop at that place. These are not companies that you guys don't know about because these are only large companies. Because think about it, only big companies will have this amount of calls. Like all these crazy amount of calls for people to answer. This is not something that a small business can really use because how many calls do they have? So these are large national brands that have like thousands and thousands of calls every single day. So let me see. What about the setup? What
And
equipment
Cl-
is needed?
and Clifford, you have to tell them that they can always go ahead and sign in and get registered, but they don't have to enroll yet. They can see the client. You have
Exactly.
no commitment. You could
Exactly.
go ahead and say, okay, let me try it and go ahead and follow the
See the
steps.
list of the clients that
Exactly.
are in
See
there.
which one you're
Yeah.
interested in, and you can ask Clifford for more details. But
Yeah.
everything is already explained. Like you will have all the information in front of you.
Yep, that's correct. And then it's only gonna cost you $10 to get
Yeah.
on. That $10 is just for the background check.
Yeah.
It's not like money that you have to pay anyone because again, the entire ecosystem makes money when we work.
Yeah.
So the large company, they need people to answer their calls. That's how they make money. That's their customer service, which is part of their business. Our partner, they make money when people work. So they're not worrying about getting money from you. Really,
Yeah.
it's really like they want you to get on board. Of course, people that are ready to work because this is not passive income. This is active. So Anandi right here, she works. I know she works hard because she has to
Yeah.
talk to these people and help them out. So, but the thing is, it's not complicated work. You don't need a degree.
No.
You don't
No.
need anything. You get trained for whatever you're going to do. You don't need any previous experience for any specific clients. If you have it, fine. If you don't, then you really don't have to. So you
Yeah.
register, you do your background check, you get into the system, you get a list, you get to see a list of the clients that are currently enrolling, and you get to make your decision. You get to choose who you want to work for. So,
Yeah,
and of course, along with my help, I can tell you a little bit more about some of them because I'm familiar with them, but it's your choice who you want to work for. Hotel accommodation, maybe you want to work for a financial company, maybe you want to work for Woodside Assistance. So it's really up to you. So you need not till what about equipment? So you need a Windows computer. Some clients have specific needs, but it's not too common. I know Anandi, she works for the client that she works for. They have their own little computer. It's a small, tiny, I think Google Chrome computer that they sent her.
yeah,
But most of the clients, you use your own computer, your own Windows 10 computer or Windows 8. We no longer accept Windows 7 because that's no longer supported by Microsoft. So as of 3 months ago. So you could use either Windows 8 or Windows 10. You could use a laptop or a desktop.
a
The only
desktop.
thing is if you're gonna use a laptop, it has to be wired to the modem. You cannot use Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is not too secure. So companies don't want you to be working via Wi-Fi and for to put their customers' data at risk because
Yeah,
like privacy, confidentiality, hacking. It's really like these are really serious topics out there.
and they're gonna be
Um,
trained about these things also. They're gonna
yeah.
know how serious things are, not to, share any content, any
Hmm.
client content, anything like that that can put not only you but us, the whole
Yeah.
company
Yeah. Yeah. That's
at
correct.
risk.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then, yep, that's correct. Let me see. What type of hours do they have? Well, a lot of hours depending on the client, Shaminka,
But
right?
usually started between 7 a.m. to like 12 p.m.,
Yeah. So yeah, because somebody asked me about overnight client. We don't
11 p.m.
have too many overnight clients. I mean, I've seen only very, very few. It's
Hmm.
usually from I think your client starts at 6:30 now, from if I remember correctly. I think I saw an email about you guys start at 6 in the morning now.
Well, I don't know about that, but I start at 7 to
7.
like 11 p.m. or
Okay.
till
I
like
mean, you could
midnight.
that
Hmm.
that's this is not the hours that she worked. That's the hours she can schedule herself in between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. So you build your schedule in between these hours.
Yes,
So that
I
means you
usually.
cannot work past 11 p.m. You cannot work before 7 a.m. Well, I really think it's 6 p.m. now, 6:30, because I
Yeah,
kind of like remember I saw an email about that with your client that they changed the hours. Don't quote me on that. I'll double check.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I
amazing.
usually have my schedule, I took like 2 hours break every now and then,
Mhm.
depends on my daughter's schedule.
Mhm.
Usually when she goes to school, I start servicing around 9 to 1, and then I took like 2 hours to cook and things like that, get a little nap. Then I go get my daughter, and then I come back, I start servicing again. You have time to do things that is important to you. If you have a doctor appointment, you know it's very good when you're thinking about the flexibility. This is something that you have to
Let
consider.
me ask you a question. That's me. That's for me personally. How
Hmm.
do you deal with the discipline? And the reason why I'm asking is because 4 years ago when I started, like
Hmm.
it took me a few months to realize that I needed to be disciplined because I would because I was home. I was taking a nap almost the whole day. I was next to the fridge, very often.
Yeah.
I kind of like had to turn that around. So how do you deal with that? Because I had to really do like a big 360 because I wasn't used to it, and I
Hmm.
realized that at some point I'm like, what? I didn't make any money, and then I
Hmm.
realized that it's because I didn't work. I
Yeah.
I so how do
Not
you
only
how do you
that,
manage yourself with that?
it's because it's like clocking in and clocking out, working like on
Hmm.
a regular job, because you have your schedule and they count on you. These clients, they count on you because they have their client, their guests or their clients calling, their customers calling, and they already know that I know this schedule to work between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So if you're not there, if you're missing your schedule, you're gonna be penalized like in a regular job when you miss your hours,
Hmm.
things. And you're gonna have your when your the feedback comes to you, because you have a supervisor also, always. It's
Hmm.
like it's a regular job,
Hmm.
but you work at home,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know the thing is you know that you're working, so you have to be serious. This is something you're getting paid for, so
Hmm.
you have to be serious about it.
Yeah, that's true. Your supervisor, Cynthia, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Cynthia.
yeah, I know her. Really, really nice person.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I think she's been with the company for a while now. As
Wow,
a matter
more
of fact,
than
I think she was my
years.
supervisor at some point too. Yeah, really nice person. Let me see if I have more questions. When
Hmm.
can you open up for Maryland? Elendra, unfortunately, this is not our rules. This is really something that comes from, from, I guess, state laws. This is not something that we have any input on. I'm hoping that this is gonna change soon because of what's happening right now, but I don't know. I have no idea. Unfortunately, I can't lie to you. Ever since I joined this company almost 5 years ago, it's been like that. These 7 states, we cannot hire people in these states, and so I don't know when this is going to change. I think we have, yeah, Johnny posted the link. Thank you so much. So Johnny posted the link to apply. So it's welcomeonline.com/apply, guys.
You
For
have
those
to
of you that want to
tell
apply,
them.
can you use an iMac computer? Mary Ann Myers, some clients do accept Mac, but not all of them. So if you have a Mac, you will be able to work, but the thing is, you'll be very limited because once you're in the system, if you're interested on a client, you have to go into the info tab next to their name, see if they allow people to use Mac. I know there's a home improvement client that I work for. I was able to use my Mac, but then I realized that in order for me to have, to be able to work for anyone, like if I wanted to choose something else, I had to have a Windows computer. So yes, you can, but you're very limited because not all of them accept Mac. Because what happened is you're gonna download VPN on your computer so that you can access these clients' network, because these are not stuff that you just access just like that. Security is a very big concern.
Mhm.
So you have to download the VPN in order for you to access these companies' network and be able to access their, CRM, their customer relationship manager software, and all the other tools that you need to do the
Don't
job.
scare
So
them like that, Clifford. They don't scare them like that. Don't worry, guys.
no,
All
it's
these jargon that he's saying right now, they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
teach you, they're gonna tell you all these things, okay? They're
yeah. I'm not
gonna
trying to
teach
scare
you
you, but
about it. You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
need to
yeah,
know, you don't need to know anything about computer, anything
yeah.
about
That's true.
softwares.
Yeah.
And also, this is a great opportunity because the platform understand the situation. They drop all the price for the classes.
Hmm.
You guys should take advantage of it,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
can tell you
That is
guys.
true.
And also for the computer, I had a MacBook, and the first client that I was servicing, I don't know if you remember, Clifford, I bought me a little computer, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be. And then the client that I'm servicing now, the one that I finally chose, they only requested for me to had a desktop, because they sent you the little computer, the modem,
Hmm.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah, you don't need to be a computer whiz, so
Mm-mm.
you don't need to be a computer whiz. All right. So how much is the startup fee? Mish Davis. There's not really a startup fee. Your background check is gonna cost you $10, and then once you're on the platform, then you will see which clients are hiring. Then there's a certification cost, but like we said, most of them right now are just $10.
Yes.
So you get started with a job for just $20, because like I said again, the idea is not to get money from you. The idea is to get you on board, to get
Yes.
qualified people on board to work. I mean, this is not for everyone, because some people, they just want to stay home and not do anything and make money. Unfortunately, this is not the type of work. It's real work that we do. But if you're ready to work, you're serious about work, then you get on board, then you work. So there's not really like a cost. I mean, I've never seen this before. All the clients are dropping their classes for like $10, and I know back then you had to pay $150.
To get enrolled,
Yeah, to
to
get
just to
enrolled.
get enrolled. This is not the hourly price. It's just the $10. It's to get enrolled in the class.
Yeah, that is correct. And then
Yeah.
different clients have different
And
pay
also,
pay rate.
Clifford, you have to tell them that there's a lot of class that is about to start this by the end of this month and at the beginning of May.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, thank you
So
for
if
that.
you
Yeah.
guys have to, get enrolled, if you guys are very interested, it's the time now to get on the platform. follow the steps and get enrolled. Once you get enrolled, you don't have to, I mean, once you subscribe, you don't need to get enrolled in a class, in a specific class, okay?
Hmm.
Go see, be familiar with the platform, and then if you need any question, Clifford is there for you, you know. And also if you need assistance, also Clifford, I know that you're very busy, you know,
No,
dealing with all these
that's what I
things.
do now, honestly, because my other business, there's not much going on. So
Mhm.
unfortunately, I'm losing my clients one by one. I deal with a lot of restaurants, so they're not doing too good. I mean, I'm helping a few of them. I tell them they don't even have to pay me, but yeah, I'm not doing too good in that part of town. But for this, fortunately, I can still work as an agent. I work myself for a financial company, and I do the recruiting. So I'm not as busy. Well, I'm busy. I'm not like free, but I
Yeah,
have more time than before now because
yeah.
I'm only doing one thing now. Like before, I used to do two things throughout the day. So let me see if we have more questions. Um, Okay, so let's see. Waiting for my registration. Carly, feel free to get in touch with me, all right? The group, guys, I try to be as responsive as possible. I'm always answering questions in the group. Go ahead and post your questions in the group. I will for sure, like, do a new post. And then if it's a question, I will approve it. The reason why I want to approve things first is because I don't want people to start spamming the group. So
Yeah.
I have to see everything, but post your questions in the group, and I will of course approve it, and then I will answer. You know. Um, let's see. What states do not allow this? Okay, Lori, I'm gonna repeat, and for anyone else and the live, we have 7 states. So you have to be in the U.S. You have to be 18 years old, and then you have to be able to pass a background check. So no felony. If you have a felony, you're not going to be able to enroll because the background check will come back, negative. Because like I said, we deal with large brands, and unfortunately, they don't want anyone with a felony. Some misdemeanor may pass. I don't know the details on that. If you have a misdemeanor, you're not sure, it's only gonna cost you $10. It's up to you to try. I mean, that's what I would do because I'm kind of like a go-getter. I mean, it's only $10 really to really see if that will pass. And then a misdemeanor is probably not a big deal. I know we all make mistakes in the past, or whatever. But for the 7 states, right? They are California, New York, Mass, Maryland, Wisconsin, Oregon, Connecticut. All right. So these 7 states, unfortunately, we cannot hire anybody from these 7 states. And what I was told ever since I joined years and years ago is because of state laws do not allow them to hire people residents of these states. Now, if you're a resident of another state, that means your driver license is from Florida, and maybe you're temporarily in New York, you have an address in Florida, then of course you can register because it's not so much about the location where you are at the moment, is the location where you reside. All right.
Mm.
But of course, to work, you have to be in the US. You cannot be international. So you cannot be in the Caribbean. You cannot be anywhere like that. As a matter of fact, I lost a client like that too because I was traveling too much, and I couldn't service, and they didn't renew my SOW, which is fine because you can move on to another client. So you're not
Yeah.
tied to one client in this platform. Actually, me myself, I work for a lot of different clients. That's why I know, not all of them, not most, but I know quite a few of them because I tried them. Some of them I worked for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, different. I love the financial software one that I work for because I use their software as well for my small business. So I enjoy helping small business owners with their questions because I can relate to them. I can see why they have these type of questions, and I can understand some of these questions that they have. All right. Let me see if we have more questions. I know you're pretty busy. I'm gonna let you go very soon. Thank you so much for being here with us, by the way. Thank you
You're
very, very
welcome,
much.
guys. I'm here for you guys.
All right. So I already done my background check, and I went through the enrollment process. Uh, Due to a failure in some assessment. Okay, Latesa, you could go ahead and Letisa, I think. Hopefully, I'm I'm pronouncing it right, or Miss Rogers, you can contact me after this, and then I'll be more than happy to help you. Scarlett, what's the hourly wage? Scarlett, it depends on the client. So this is something that once you end, you can see. So it varies between, 10 to 18 an hour. It depends on the client. So between $10 an hour all the way up to 18 an hour. So it depends on what's hiring at the time. You can choose to wait because whenever you sign you enroll, or I mean, after your background check, you don't have to choose a client right away. You can choose to wait for a month. Not I would recommend it because we don't know if something better is gonna come around anyway. So you kind of like see what's available and then go with the best. Or if you want, wait like like a week or so, or not even, because there might be something good that's on there and then that's gonna be gone by the time you want to make a choice. Um, can you get paid up to 15? As a matter of fact, yeah, Scarlett, if you're bilingual, as a matter of fact, we have a roadside assistance client right now, and it's between 10 and 15, bilingual English and Spanish. All right. And then you make 15 an hour when your stats are good. So some of the clients also, they have like incentive just to make sure that people are, are being like they are in their best behaviors, meaning you get good surveys, you show up on time, like this is what we call the commitment adherence. You show up on time and all, you make $50 an hour. There is a bilingual client right now. It is a roadside assistance client that's currently enrolling. And like I said, you make up to you make $15 an hour if you are on your best behavior. If you're not on your best behavior, then you make less. I think it's between 10 and 15. Because I was looking at it earlier today. All right, so let me see if we have more question. Carly, I'm good. I'm in Florida. All right, perfect. Does the type of headset matter? No, not really. Carly Joe, I use this, and then this is from Walmart. I mean, headset doesn't really matter. You can pick one up for like $20, $30. Amazon.
Mhm.
I see Anandi has a fancy one.
Well, this one cost me like $22, so
Oh, nice, nice. It looks
I
pretty
bought it
fancy.
from Amazon.
Yeah, mine, I picked it up from Walmart. It's a
Mhm.
Plantronics. I like it because it's lightweight. Um, I like it. It's
But
not
I
too big.
needed one that is noise canceling.
Noise
So,
canceling. Yeah, I got you. Oh, nice. I already sent the application. Sent you something about this live. All right, Scarlett. I will get in touch with you after the live for the next step. Don't worry. Like, you are in good hands. I think that's it for the questions. So I'm gonna let her go because I know she's tired. Are you open to Arkansas or Oklahoma? Lori, yes. Arkansas and Oklahoma is fine. If you're not in these 7 states, resident of these 7 states that I just stated, then you're fine. So Arkansas and Oklahoma are fine. You can enroll and work remote. I think that's it. I think we've answered all the questions. So I don't know if you guys have any more questions. I'm gonna let her go. I have, yeah, but I need to get a USB adapter. Yeah, you can get an adapter. That's just details that I can help you with. I mean, that's my job to kind of like help you guys, get on board and successfully. And honestly, I love doing that. It's always a great satisfaction for me to help
mhm.
people to, like make money from home, especially the people that are making extra income. That way they can do the things that they want, start their own business, travel, or or whatever their goal might be. Back then when I started is because I wanted to start my own business. I got let go from my job. I didn't have any savings. I wanted like a steady paycheck without really going and tie myself on a 9 to 5, because to me 9 to 5 is like the most important part of the day. So I started working from home, and I worked for a while from like 6 to 11, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So 9 p.m. to 5 p.m. I was working in my business. I was building my business. And then I work 6 to 11, like 5 hours every day, so that I can at least have a steady paycheck. So whatever your goal is, if you're not lazy, I'm just going to be honest. If you don't mind working, then again, it's not how to work. You don't have to lift your computer up every day. You just need to talk to people. So if you're not lazy and you're ready to work, if you need an active income, this is the right thing for you to do. Go into the link right now and go ahead and apply. I mean, there are two type of people that I usually meet, right? Because I meet a lot of people because of this, obviously right now I'm meeting a whole lot of people, a whole lot more. But there's usually two type of people, people that, it's either they like dabblers or doers, right? And then the dabblers are always the one that they pretty much find excuses. They have, something that any little thing really can be like a stopping point for them. But really the doers, they just want it, they go after it. I know Anandi is a doers because I know you had some issues at some point, and
Yeah.
then I know you were persistent about getting in. So
Yes.
I do admire that, and I'm the same way. So I'm pretty sure a lot of doers right now in the group. So if you want to work, go ahead and apply, and I'll be more than happy to jump on the phone with you and give you some coaching on how to be successful with this, because I've been doing it for almost 5 years myself, and you'll be working in no time. I don't want to tie you up for
Yeah.
too long. You have any last word? I'm sure you'll be back, right? At some
Yes,
point?
yes, but I have to start
Not today, of
servicing
course. Like
again
maybe in,
at
in a couple in a
6.
couple of weeks, because maybe
Yes,
we'll have
absolutely.
more members in the group. So
Yeah.
hopefully you can come back in a couple of weeks. So what would you say as maybe the last word for today for someone that's on the fence, that's kind of like still kind of like, because believe it or not, me and you, we know this because we live by it. That's how we take care of our family. So to us,
Yeah.
people are would be it would be weird for someone not to want this, but of course some people are on the fence, and I can understand that. So what would you say to someone as your last word that is on the fence of enrolling to work from home with our company?
Well, I will say first that guys, try it. There's nothing to lose. It's not gonna cost you anything, to just try. And once you're there, you're gonna say, "Oh my God, what am I was gonna I mean, why I can I
What
can
was I so
yeah,
reluctant?
exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
about me, my friend refers me, and that's my story, guys. My friend refers me around like February or maybe March. It took me like 4 months to get there. I was like, oh my God, I waste all these 4 months, before like I could join this group. But as of right now, guys, take advantage, because right now we have a lot of the price, they dropped the price to get enrolled in class, and you're gonna have support, from me and my like other agent that is working with work home.
Hmm.
And we all been through this moment, like we're very hesitant, like should we try, like, and then just give it a try, guys. Right now there's a lot of people without job, and if you guys have this opportunity, why not taking it you
Yeah,
know
definitely,
that's the
definitely.
most important thing.
Yep, yep, yep. All right. Thank
Okay,
you so
guys.
much. Thank you for your time. And like be safe, stay home. You have no reason to leave. I hope you have
Yep.
enough groceries for a
I
while.
do, I
Yeah. So you
do.
have no reason to leave, and you're very fortunate, especially your clients have so many hours, so at
Yeah.
least you'll be able to make money with this crisis. We'll stay in touch, because who knows? I mean, maybe I'll borrow some money from you.
Definitely, definitely. That's the new
um,
thing also, work from home, guys. So
yeah, it
you
is.
don't
It
have to
is.
go outside,
Yeah.
being exposed. Just stay home with your family and make money.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Thank you so much. You have
Bye.
a great weekend, and enjoy. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in today. So I will see some of you. Go ahead and we'll talk to the group, and then I will also bring some more agents, next week or sometimes this week, since like I don't have nothing better to do now. All right. Thank you again.